fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at The Flash plus Batman and Batcycle from Spin Master's 4-inch line of figures for the upcoming Flash movie. Now you can see we get two figures and a Batcycle in this set. The Flash here is the Flash that we've seen multiple times. He was in the Amazon exclusive 5-pack. He came with the Batwing. I think there's a single-carded version of him as well. This is actually Ben Affleck's Batman that we've seen throughout the Snyderverse, and I believe this is the first time that he's been released. It doesn't say he's exclusive to this set, so maybe he's going to get a single-carded version later on down the line. I don't know. But it does say that this Batcycle is exclusive to this set, so I wanted to get the cycle and, of course, the new version of Batman. And I just kind of have to take another Flash. I think this is my third Flash at this point, and probably won't be the last, but we'll see how that goes. You can see we have this kind of open style of packaging here where everything's just kind of tied onto this piece of cardboard. You can reach right in and touch the figures in the Batcycle and everything like that. Otherwise, pretty typical Flash packaging here. A lot of reds and yellows, which makes total sense. Got the Flash logo there on top. Not really much going on down the bottom. Over here, we just have the Flash logo, just the DC logo on this side. If we spin around to the back, kind of a cool little product shot there of Batman riding the cycle with Flash running next to him, and then just showing off, of course, that they are in that 4-inch scale. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get everything out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So here's everything you get in the box. Unfortunately, there are no accessories for the figures, no batarangs, no grappling hooks, no lightning effects for the Flash, nothing like that. Just the Batcycle here. We'll take a look at the Flash real quick just to get him out of the way because it's really just the exact same figure we've already seen at least twice before. But it's a good looking figure. You have some paint up here for the lightning bolts. I think the head actually looks pretty good. The eyes are painted nicely. The face is painted nicely. And then you have the lightning bolt and some lightning effects throughout the torso here. And then some lightning bolts here on the forearms as well. And then you have some really nice gold down here for the boots. So all in all, it's a pretty nice looking figure. Head can turn from side to side slightly. You have a hinge here as well as a rotation in the shoulder. Then you have a hinge and a rotation in the elbow. The forearms and the hands are all one solid piece, so nothing in the wrist there. Nothing in the waist. I do kind of wish these had a waist swivel, but not a big deal. And then you do have a ball joint here in the hip, so you can kick pretty far forward. He can't kick that far out to the side. He can really only go about that far. But he does have a thigh swivel as well. And then the knee has a bend and rotation just like the elbow. And then from the knee down is one solid piece, so nothing in the ankles. But pretty solid little 4-inch figure. I think it's pretty cool. But again, we've seen this one a few times before. So I'm going to just go ahead and put him off to the side for the time being. And we will take a look at our Batfleck here. I think it actually looks like him a little bit. I think they did a pretty good job with the face. Now, in terms of the eyes, I can't really tell if he's got any paint whatsoever. I think it's very, very narrow slits for the eyes. And I don't know if mine's just a little off or what, but they're very tiny. But I think the face looks pretty good. Again, the head can kind of turn side to side a little bit. Nice bat symbol there on the chest. Some nice detail and paint there for the utility belt. And the belt goes all the way around and is painted, but he only has like the pockets and things here on the front. Some nice detail for the gauntlets and the rest of his armor. Some paint down here on the thighs and for the boots. And then he's got all the same articulation. So he's got the shoulder that can go out about that far. You can see this molded detail here. It kind of hits into the shoulder, so it can't really go any further than that. But you have a rotation. And then he's got a hinge and a rotation in the elbow. Again, hand and forearm are one solid piece. Nothing in the waist. I will say he's definitely built. I mean, he is very, very wide. There we go. That can go out. So if we bring the Flash back in, you can see how much thinner Flash is, which makes sense. I mean, Batman was always much more ripped than the Flash, especially because he runs so much. So you have the ball joint here. Now this ball joint can actually go pretty far out to the side, about 90 degrees. And then you can kick 90 degrees forward as well. Can't really go back because of the way his butt flap is constructed, and he's got some lovely text there. Thigh swivel. And then again at the knee, you have a hinge and a swivel and the boot is one solid piece, so nothing in the ankle. But again, really nice detail, nice paint applications. I think the figure does look pretty good. It's interesting though, we have a cloth cape, which I do appreciate, but it is cut completely straight across, which I feel like is out of the ordinary for Batman. Usually it has the scallop like bat effect to it, so I thought that was interesting. And just to do another comparison here is the Michael Keaton Batman that was also released in this line, and you can see that he is definitely not as jacked as Batfleck, but he does have the cape. So I absolutely know that Michael Keaton's Batman had that cape. I'd have to go back and check. I don't know if, the Batfleck version really did just have a straight across cape, or if that was just, them getting lazy and not putting it in. I really don't know. I'd have to go back and check. And you can see that it's just kind of connected here, so there is a little bit of movement from side to side. I think this one was a little bit more connected, so you didn't really have that issue. So I gotta say, I think Keaton's Batman definitely wins in terms of the cape, because I don't really like how that can kind of swing from side to side. I wish it was connected all the way across, but not a big deal. Overall, I think the figure really does look good. I think they did a good job, especially making the two versions of Batman look different. And then just for fun, here is a standard, like a Spin Master comic Batman. And you can see the proportions on him are even more wildly different, we'll say. I guess you got a small, medium, large here. He's even more jacked than Ben Affleck's version, and certainly more so than Keaton's. So just to give you a little bit of an idea. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this figure. I wish he came with some accessories, but I'm sure I can just steal something from one of the other Batman figures I have from Spin Master. So we'll put him off to the side as well, so we can take a look at the Batcycle. It's pretty basic. It doesn't really do a whole lot. It does roll pretty well, and it can stand up on its own. You can see you actually have two wheels here in the front. They are separate from each other. And then one thicker wheel here in the back. And then we will just take Batman, and we will bend him at the hips and the knees. And then I would assume this should go on like this. He kind of definitely rides it like this. I kind of wish the head could come up so that it could look forward, but I get that it can't. So he's just got a really great look at the top of the motorcycle here, and he just hopes that he's not going to run into anything, I guess. But again, it rolls well. So I think that's pretty cool. I think it looks good. You have some nice detailing here for the engine on the side. Nice silver paint there. Nice silver paint down here as well for the footrests. Some silver around the wheels. Got the handlebars here. They don't move at all. And you can get the figure to grab onto them. I just didn't. But you can move the arms using the elbow joint. Let me see if I can get this to actually grab onto here. Come on, Ben Affleck, help me out. There we go. So now he's grabbing onto that. So now when I roll the bike, he won't fall off. But yeah, he looks good riding it. I think it's a nice little vehicle. Kind of a nice, smaller budget vehicle if you don't want to spring for the full Batmobile or anything like that. They are doing a 89 Batmobile at some point in this line. I've seen pictures of it. I just can't find it anywhere. But yeah, pretty cool. I like this. I think this is a pretty nice set. I think Spin Master did a pretty good job with this version of Batman. I think the detailing and the paint applications look pretty good. I especially like the gold down here for the utility belt. Nice articulation. I wish he came with some accessories, but like I said, I'm sure I can just grab that from another version of Batman to get him, you know, a batarang or a grappling hook, something like that. I do kind of wish that the cape wasn't straight across, but I do appreciate that it is cloth as opposed to nylon, because that won't crinkle and fold as much as the nylon version, so that's really nice. Overall, I think they did a pretty good job with this guy. I even think it kind of looks like Ben Affleck. Like I said, the eyes are a little weird the way. I think they're just really, really narrow. So it's kind of hard. They almost just kind of blend in. But either way, I still think the figure looks pretty good. The Flash figure, we've seen it before several times. It makes sense. I mean, when you're buying these different sets in a Flash line, it makes sense to throw Flash into the set, so I get it. They want to make sure that whatever, box set you pick up first, you're getting a Flash figure, but, I'm going to have 3 or 4 of this guy by the time we're done collecting the line. And I like the Batcycle. It's basic, but I think it works. He sits on it very well. He can hold on to the handlebars. It rolls well. It looks sharp. I like the silver paint. So all in all, I think it's pretty cool. I found this at my local Target today. I think the whole set was $20, $21.99 maybe, something like that. But essentially around $20. And for 2 figures in a vehicle, I think that's pretty fair. We saw a set like this very similarly released in the Black Adam line. So it kind of reminds me of that. I think we even saw some in the Batman line as well. But yeah, I like it a lot. I wish we got somebody else besides another Flash. But again, I understand why he's included. It is his movie after all. And it's still a good figure. So if you don't have a Flash yet, it's worth having at least one in your collection. But if you're collecting everything like I am, you're probably going to end up with 3, 4, 5 by the time this is all done. We'll see what the final count ends up being. But yeah, I think it's a nice set. I think the price is fair. The only thing I wish is that we would have had a couple accessories for the figures, but I understand why they're not included. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.